Well, here we are. Today is Tuesday, May 16th, 2023. I'm Larissa, and we are here at One of Gallery Studio in Saratoga, and I am going to do a card reading. It's been a while, huh? It has been. So I'm available for private appointment for card readings here at One of Gallery Studio on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And the card reading is on my website. You can book online, and it's under book a private appointment, and you want to go to spiritual consult, and it's $300 for an hour and 45 minutes. And the spiritual consultation can include card reading, where I read 3 decks for you, and an aura reading and cleansing. Now, the way I read, and I've spoken about this before, I don't read the future. I don't read the future. I read the present moment because I don't believe in reading the future. I don't. And the reason I don't believe in reading the future is because time doesn't really exist. It's kind of an existential thing, and this linear thing that we call time here in this manifestation of vessel is dictated by the finite nature of our vessel, right? But time is not linear. I believe that time is a spiral, and the James T. Webb Space Telescope is bearing this out. So there are those who now believe that the universe, as we have understood it from the inception of the idea of the Big Bang, is totally wrong, and that, in fact, our universe exists within a black hole. Mind-blowing. Whoa! Right? What are the implications of that? Well, I'm not going to talk about that right now. Right now we're going to do a card reading. So, I don't believe in reading the future. Why? Because I believe that there are infinite numbers of futures that are possible. I believe in reading the present moment. Because you never know. You never know which future you're looking at, which universe, in which dimension, inside of which black hole, inside of all of existence, are you looking at? See, if you look at the present moment, you're looking at the energy that is in the present moment for the vessels that are present, right? In this dimension, in this plane, in this moment. I don't believe in reading the future. So, in the center here, we have Major Arcana card for the energy of the day, fighting. Oh yeah, there's plenty of fighting that's going on, isn't there? There's all the stuff that's going on still in Ukraine. There's all the stuff that's going on in Sudan. There's people playing sports games. There's fighting within families. All kinds of fighting all over the place. All over the place. Forces at play that you may not be aware of. We have Roman numeral 1, existence. Looking at the present moment. Just being, right? Just being present in the present moment. Forces at play that you may not be aware of. We have a reverse number 6, the burden. So there's a burden that's been released. Oh, thank goodness, get that chicken off your back. Thank goodness. I hope that chicken wasn't Snooty Bird. Poor Snooty Bird. I miss Snooty Bird. Snooty Bird was a good chicken. She made good eggs. She made good eggs. And she will be missed. But I don't think that's the burden we're talking about here. This guy, though, he's got that chicken off his back. Or on his back, but we're releasing that burden. Releasing that burden. You got that chicken off your back. You got that chicken off your back. Course of action. We have Major Arcana card, intensity. Ooh, very, very intense. And I have to tell you, there is a lot of intensity. I feel a lot of intensity. So just in my life right now, I have a whole bunch of new materials for this new series that I'm working on, and I'll have to talk about that in another video because that's just a whole other bunch of information. It's very intense, and I think that intensity is mirroring the intensity of growth that's happening in society around me. And then outcome, we have an upright number 5, clinging to the past. Oh, somebody is just not letting shit go, right? I think you got somebody who let the burden go. The burden is gone, but they're still holding on to it. Still holding on to it, as if that burden is still there. As if that burden is still there. Oh my, that's tough. Although, we all deal with that. We all deal with that. We all deal with that. I think about things in my own life, and it'd be nice. I'd like to get some resolution or some closure on some stuff, right? But I don't think I will ever be granted such a luxury as closure. I don't think so. All right, so in the center, on top of the fighting, we have an upright 18, the moon, Archangel Haniel. Important psychic insights, events behind the scenes, release fears that hold you back. How's the church hymn go? Be not afraid. All right. Forces at play that you may not be aware of. On top of the upright Roman numeral 1 existence, we have upright page of air, logical, honest, impulsive, curious, challenging information, delays or change to plans, truth delivered without tact. Oh, did somebody tell you something? Did somebody tell you something you didn't like to hear? That sucks. That sucks. And forces at play that you're probably aware of on a reversed number 6, the burden. We have a reversed 9 of air. So it's interesting to see a run of numbers in that, 6 and 9, right? Cube root of 9 is 3, and 3 times 2 is 6. So this is a number family here. 9 of air, expecting the worst, self-fulfilling prophecy, sleepless nights. And so this burden's been released, and now it's like, oh, good things are going to happen. And there's an awareness of that. And on top of the intensity, course of action, we have an upright 20. Renewal, Archangel Jeremiel. Review and evaluate, a favorable assessment of the facts, time to move in a new direction. Absolutely time to move in a new direction. It is. It's time to move in a new direction, totally. And on the outcome, on the upright 5, clinging to the past, we have a reversed 3 of water. A celebration, a wedding, graduation, or birth announcement. The need to have more fun. So, some relationship has ended. Some relationship has ended. And it's time to do some work, huh? And it's time to do some work, moving in that new direction, and time to do some work. Let's look at the crystal cards. Interesting. Oh, wow. So, in the center, the energy of the day, on top of the upright fighting and the upright 18, the moon, important psychic insights, we have an upright 7, ancient wisdom record keeper. That lovely, lovely, lovely stone. It looks like a citrine. It does. It looks like a citrine. I don't know that that's what it is. I don't know. It could be a yellow sapphire. I almost wore yellow sapphires today. Almost, but I didn't. Record keeper. Somebody's keeping tabs. That's where the fighting's coming from. Someone's keeping tabs. And forces at play that you may not be aware of on the upright Roman numeral 1 existence and the upright page of air, logical, honest, impulsive, curious. We have an upright 21, master healer, self-healing. Well, I certainly have been channeling Reiki for myself. And maybe somebody else out there is taking some time to focus on the self and taking care of the self, right? You know what you need. And forces at play that you're probably aware of on the reverse 6, the burden. and the reverse 9 of air. We have a reverse 10, distant healing, healing transmission. So somebody has taken control of their own path of healing, right? They've released this burden, right? And now we can move forward, doing their own healing, not relying on somebody else to fix you and put you back together, right? I mean, there is so much value in that. There is so much value in that, and frequently we're forced into it. In my own life, I was forced into taking control of my own healing when insurance didn't cover any more physical therapy after my accidents, and that's how I found yoga. And then I found Reiki, and and then I found herbalism, and all of these things are things that I have taken into account, taken in for myself, right? And I can use them to help Omar or whoever wants, but it was for myself, right? I was forced to do it for myself. And course of action, on top of the upright intensity and the upright 20 renewal, we have an upright 19 chakra ray, chakra balance. So bringing balance back to the core self, taking control of your own energy and responsibility for your own energy, and bringing balance back to the system, right? And outcome on the upright number 5, clinging to the past, the reverse 3 of water, a celebration. We have the reverse 31, innocence, inner child. So there's been a disillusionment. And a release of a childishness, right? Somebody's growing up, huh? Well, you know what? Having to take responsibility for yourself will do that, right? Not being able to blame somebody else for your emotions or for your needs, right? There's other people's actions can do harm and can influence, but really, you got to fix that stuff for yourself once it happens, right? And it's not to say that there shouldn't be an acknowledgement of, oh, this person did this thing to me, and now there's been this outcome, right? That happens. But then it's like, all right, then that's not a person I need to associate with. And when it's an acquaintance or a friend, that's one thing. It's harder when it's family. So everybody who's dealing with such things, acceptance of responsibility for your own well-being. I send you lots of love and hugs for that, right? And it's important to surround yourself with people who support you in that, right? And sometimes it hurts realizing that people we love aren't necessarily the people who support us, right? Oh, tough lessons, huh? It's hard being human. It is so hard being human. You gotta be compassionate with yourself, right? Be compassionate with yourself, and then you can be compassionate with others. Anyway, it's the cards for today.